on my wrist.
Oh,
but you've already hit me there 3 times, so I can't put my hand now. So.
Sorry, I was trying to hit your forearm.
I know you are, but you're literally just hitting me on the wrist.
Okay.
So.
Try to be more descriptive on why the ones to the back of your head are light.
Okay.
Like call them light, not just no.
Okay.
So it gives them more feedback. Because if it's a bad angle, that's one thing, but if it's light, that's a different thing.
Okay.
And if you're just getting something where it feels like it's a bad angle, you don't want people to power those up necessarily.
That's fair.
But if they're light, you could ask people to power them up. But most people are just going to assume that you're saying they're light and they're going to crank you.
Okay. She might not know why.
Yeah, you might not, but if you do, you should.
It's harder in the back of the head.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that fur doesn't help.
I can tell you why when you have time in the cycles to know. But
no, that's fair. These are too small.
Your gauntlets?
My new gauntlets are too small.
Oh, that sucks.
It sucks really bad.
You want to try mine?
No, I've got my old ones. No, I'll just send them back.
Fergus.
All right. Cool.
Go back straight up. Go back straight up. There you go.
Good.
Curve.
Straight up.
How about you run the other one?
I need strategy against this before this fight. I don't know what I
Fergus,
should be doing.
no more than 2 steps back and then take a step left or right. Usually going to want to go to the shield side.
Come talk to me, Lars.
Go to the shield side?
Yeah, because he has to reach around his shield to hit you then. If you go onto his sword side, it's easier for him to hit you, at least initially.
Can I
So,
show him?
what?
Can I show him what
Yeah, go ahead.
So, we're here. The first thing you're going to want to do is where you put your pole, there's kind of like a shadow in his shield. So, go guard. Like, he can see this, right? Even though it's right in line with his face, which is what I told you to do, he can see it, right? Same thing over here, he can see. If I put it kind of like right here, right under where his shield is, he can't see it at all. And for me to thrust it, it's just boom. I just bring it up and over, bam. Right? Much harder to deal with. Going down to the leg is kind of a suicide situation. The only time you want to time it for when that foot is coming forward, so he steps, bam, now I can do it. And B, you want to hit it in the hip, right? And you kind of want to try to stop his forward momentum. If you swing at the leg, very good chance it's just going to slide off, and he's just going to run right through it.
One real quick thing on that. So, if I hit you here, it's going to slide, right?
Yeah.
Right? Pockets. You got 2 here, 2 here. So if you land the blade in these pockets with a thrusting tip, it's hard for them to roll out of them. It's hard to get out of it. It's going to stick. But if you hit something here or here, they can turn the leg a little bit and it'll go.
Okay.
And like for us, we're used to that because people kick you and you turn that to get that kick to go off.
Next, he beats your initial thrust. You're like, oh shit, time to block. Bam, you're in here. So go ahead and block. See? Ready? Ready? Block. Right, this is what you're doing. If you've seen this 100,000 times, this is what you should be doing. So, foot outside his foot, elbow into his shield, angle high. Oh, and sorry, and
Wrist.
drop your wing.
Yep. And your wrist. That wrist has to be higher than the shield.
Okay.
So you can get the angle and go over or go under. It gives you a better overall mix.
Can you see
If
the
you go,
difference?
if you go below the shield edge, you got to lift up somehow to get around it. Gives you bad angles. If your hand's higher than that shield, you can pop, you can drop it, and go high. A lot more options.
Do you shoot the other side as well? Like, what do you do when
You can. The mostly what I'm doing. So it's an offense-defense thing, right? You see it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So if we're here, right, and I'm here, and I see this opening, I can throw to here because my hand's high enough. But if I was down here, I can't. I can try to reach for here, but then this is a bad angle. It might slip. It might not hit right. But if I get up into here and he stops this one right somehow, boom. I have to look at what's next.
Yeah.
So he's gonna
That's
want
why
to
I
throw
did
a flat
it.
step. He's coiled.
I try not to do it.
So if I just simply pull off, he can throw. Right? I don't want that. So if I'm here and he catches that, I'm going to do this. Okay. And I'm going to take and push into this and try to keep here. And that's what I do to a lot of people, right? Then I might bring this up to here. I might put this to here. And then I'll do exactly what Lars said with the feet and go back to here. Right? And I can do that if that's set up that way. But if you have to think offense, defense, right? You have to do both with one thing. So you're used to being able to do 1-1, or you can just go crazy offense and go for it.
Yep.
We don't have a crazy offense mode. We have long range first strike, and then everything else is figure out how to do both.
Yes, absolutely.
It looks so easy when you do it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Remember, if you take more than 2 steps straight back, you're losing.
Okay.
So on the second step, curl.
Got it. Good. I just cut myself in my half. Bam! I'm like, that's not good.
That
That
swipe
will
at
happen
swipe at his
when you
arm when he
first
took the
start.
wrap those is good instincts. That there is a shot there.
Okay.
Yep.
Just not there.
Don't, hey Fergus, when you come back, don't let your hands get so far apart, because the closer the stick is to your body, the less defense you have. Keep your hands nice and close.
Right.
Okay.
Same concept on when people do skating and they spin. Arms are out, they go slow. Arms are in, they go fast. When you have a shorter grip, it's quicker, easier. When you have a wider grip, it's much slower and wider. It's harder to move.
Okay.
This will move very quickly. This will only go like this.
At what point do you start to transition to a closer grip? Like,
The moment he starts moving closer,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here, let me show you. So, John, come toward me. See how when his feet move?
and when
Not
your
my
feet move.
that moves. It's his feet. So do it again. Right?
It also can be when you approach. You don't have to wait on them. So if you're attacking somebody and you're moving in, when you take that step, choke up and come in, you can do that too. And when you back up, you do the reverse. Or if they back up, you do the reverse.
But never let your hands get like this. So put your hands out
Okay, so
and then hold your hands out from your body. Now do this. See?
Yeah. There's a billion things to learn here. So for day one, trying not to give you like, I can always say, oh, you could add this and add that. But there's just a lot to add. So we're just going to keep it kind of short on what we've been going through so far. And then you just try to figure it out and we'll fix things as we go along.
okay, for sure. Awesome. You banged my head, but it didn't feel.
no, went to the shield.
Okay. Yeah, good.
Nice.
Okay, so no.
Yes, sir.
Real quick, I realize there's something we didn't tell you that's kind of fundamental.
Okay.
So you're going right to short grip immediately when he moves, which puts you, it's telegraphing it really heavily, right? So if he's out here where you can barely touch him, and the second he moves, you just go to here, this gives him a lot of time to figure out where to go, okay? Right? So you want to do it kind of in a flow, right? So he starts to move, and then I can get into here and do something, right? So I've got not a perfect way to shut down his defense, so I can get underneath his hand, but I've got some pressure. But the important thing is this is still here, and I'm not going to try to punch him in the head. This is a guidance area.
Yep.
It's that. I'm trying to make sure I didn't throw it like that.
No, that was just fine.
So, and it's just, it's a twist. And you'll notice I didn't just go like this. I went like this, right? I'm dropping my weight to make sure I'm getting power from that because I can't move as much. Right? The other thing you can do, you can be here like this. Might have actually hit you. So maybe here like this, right? Let's say it's too close, I can't twist. I can go up my tippy toes,
That's why Hazel gets excited.
and I can just drop my heels. As
I
long as I hit him in the head before my heels hit, it'll hit okay.
mean,
It may have been hit hard top, but it's going to hit harder than if I'm just literally here. Alright, I'm going to try and show this thing. So if I'm just here, I don't move at all, right? Maybe not. If I'm here like this,
Horse rabbit.
it's going to be hard.
Not what.
If I can twist in the ground, I can make it harder still.
Horse rabbit.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
So,
it's
and then
not-
obviously if we're out farther, I can get out here and I can use my whole body, and that's going to be really plenty.
Anyway, it's horse rabbit.
So, but yeah, the thing you don't want to do is telegraph too much, right? So if you're out here in long grip, and then you immediately go to short grip, and he can't be hit, this gives him a lot of options.
Yeah.
Like he'll stop at a range where he can hit you, but you can't really hit him, and he'll have better defense. Make sense?
Yes.
And it's an angles game. Always an angles game. So if I'm out here, these angles are much harder to hit, right, in general, versus this. right? Like this, he can hit anything he wants from here. But if I'm out here, he has to reach for angles more, right? And that's without really doing any movement. But here, my arms are out, my elbows are out, my head is open, everything is there. So you have to be a little more careful on that. So, but if I'm in the mid grip, right, from here, I can do more blocking from this. I get here, and I can still hit him.
You're still coming close, but just not too close to the top. Okay.
Hold on a second. Demonstrate a point. Did you think of the map? Or did you just catch it?
I just got it.
Right. Well, what's up arc is that? It's a parabolic, right? It's going over.
Sure.
So, but you didn't think about it, right?
Dropped
You just
out of
did it.
college.
Right? So, if I'm here and I want to hit him and I stop here, boom, right here, right? Did I think about that or did I just do it?
It seemed like you just kind of did it.
Right. The reason is because you can look at it and your brain will do the work, just like it'll do the work. If you overthink it, then you'll goof it up. So just allow yourself to pick. You'll get it. It'll happen.
Yep.
And once you get used to the weapon, you might have in your head moments or sticks, so you might get some long ranges when you shoot two stick.
Yeah.
But when you do that a bit more, you'll start to get a feel for how long it is, and your brain will do the math on that.
Okay.
Okay? Alright, you can go about it. There we go. Good. You kind of came up inside my head.
I think it was flat.
Yeah.
That's, I mean, you're gonna get some bleed over from the other stuff. I mean, the other thing.
Curve offline. Okay.
Offline.
I need a second to process.
Okay. Sure. You're not doing badly.
Yeah, no, you're doing well.
Awful lot of difference.
No.
And it just makes it work. Good.
That was the same time.
Okay.
Nope. Get on.
Sorry. So see, the thing she's doing different, even though she's getting into
I just
just
keep
catching the wrist. Hands way back here.
No, it's my elbow.
Way back here. So you try to do that pivot coming from everywhere. Okay, so that's super helpful. And also, yes! Fantastic! So, but it does leave you left space.
Yeah.
So you get back. So it just depends what you're going with.
You good?
Yeah, I need to. I'm still.
You need a second.
Yeah.
I got my